Okay, what we're going to do is we got the 324 excavator out here. We're going to do some general measurements on it for distance, as far as how much weight it can lift, so we can crush it at different levels. We'll do it in the front, on the corner, over the side. We'll probably have to do it, move it with it being on the tracks because the stability and stuff. But what do we got here? We've got a 5220 on the bottom, 4020 in the middle, and a 4050 on the top with 334 spreaders. So you got about 400 pounds worth of spreader equipment. So this is, what is that? 5, 9, 13. You got about 14,000 pounds here, it looks like.
Yeah.
14 and some change, almost 15. So you moved it okay with being on the track. So let's do the first lift on the track so that we can kind of see how it lifts on the tracks. I'll look, see where we're at. I got the laser so I can see where we're at from the center. Do you know what the distance from the center is to here? 17 feet 4 3/4 inches. So we're more like 20 feet out. I'm gonna do it from the face right there. That's 15 feet 4 inches from the rotary swivel, and then we got, what is that, 3 feet to the center out there, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you got 3 feet. So right now you're at basically 18 feet away from center line right there.
All right.
So get to 15 feet, we got to bring it in 3 feet.
All right.
So we got to move this in 3 feet, and then we'll have our 15 foot, and then we can do our first lift over the front on high rail and see where we go.
Alrighty.
Going ahead and lifting the first weight to get it 3 feet closer. Hold it right there. Go ahead and lower it. Measurement. It's 13 feet, so he's got to go in 1 more foot. 1 more foot that way. Perfect. It's exactly 15 feet. It's actually missing it by an inch and 3/8, but that's close enough. So go ahead and get on high rail. He's using the high auto guide to lift it so you can hear the alarm as it first deployed. Okay, he's fully up on high rail. Set your brake. Brakes. What is that? Okay, brakes are set. Okay, the brakes are set. So we're going to do our first lift so we can start seeing our crush. I'm going to get a measurement from the same spot on the machine. If I'm going to take it from bolt to bolt on our bracket, right there you're at 6 inches bolt to bolt on the bracket. So the sensor doesn't have a whole lot of movement before it gets to the magnet. I'm going to try and go right across from it and pick the exact same track to ground every time. Right now we're at 47 3/4 inches. If I go back one series to the tracks, if I actually go to the flat, we're 50 5/8 inches. 50 5/8 inches. So when I go to the first pulley that's on the flat, it's 50 5/8 inches on this side. If I come over to the other side, I go to this same first pulley mark, and we're at 50 5/8 inches also. So that looks like a good even mark. We're pretty even side to side off of the pavement. 50 5/8 inches right here to this starting of the flat. So we can see how much crush we get at that point. I can also do it right underneath the plate here for the coupler. Coupler plate here is at 29 inches to the asphalt. And on this side, it's also 29 inches to the asphalt. So that'll give us a couple of reference points. I'll keep measuring. So we're going to do the first lift. Should crush it down until it sets the alarms off. So you can see right there, we've lifted the whole boodle at 15 feet. And I'm going to do a measurement. Right there we've got a 1/2 inch of squash is 28 1/2. And 28 1/2. We're at 50 1/4. And 50 3/8 on this side. So 50 3/8 on that side. So I'm going to have you move it out a foot, 1 foot. Hold it. Take a measurement. Okay, now we're at 16 feet. Coming off of the same pulley, we're at 50 3/8 on this side. $28 and a half. $28 and a half. And 50 and basically a quarter on this side. So we'll go out one more foot. We're basically 1 inch away from that, so I'll take another measurement. Oh,
That's yours, and then mine are in there. I found them for Estel the other day.
okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we're going to take measurements again. With an additional foot, we're basically at 17 feet right now. I didn't see any perceptible change in height. It's still 50 3/8, 28 3/8. And 50, oh, it's a little bit, 50 1/8 over here. So we're tipping a little bit to this side. So one more foot out. $14 feet 8 inches plus 3 is 17 8. 4 inches this way. Okay, so we're at 18 feet 4 inches. 18 feet 4 inches. And 18 feet 4 inches. We're down to 50 inches. $28 and 5/16. Now grown to 6 inches and a quarter. Center to bolt on our pattern. And 50 and 3/8 inches over here. So this side of the machine is leaning that way more so than this side. So the right side of the machine is leaning more so than the left side of the machine. Okay, we're going to come out one more foot. Give us a measurement now. We're exactly 19 feet right there. Exactly 19 feet. 19 feet on the bolts, center to center. Basically 6 5/16. 50 inches over here. $28 1/4. And we're approximately about, it's still 50 3/8 inches over here. Weight is still off the ground. Got to come out 3 more inches. That's good. Now at 20 feet. We're at 49 15/16. And 5/16. 28 3/16. And 50 5/16. So we're going to go out 1 more foot. $21 feet. $21 feet. We're at 49 3/4. And 3/8. 20. You could argue 27 15/16. And 50, and still looks like 3/16. Let's go 1 more foot out. Yep. Okay, the alarm's going off. We're at 19 feet 4 inches plus 3, that's 22. So at 22 feet, our alarm's going off. There's still two and 3/8 inches to the pins between the bolts. We are now at 6 and 7/8. 6 and 7/8 inches. 6 and 7/8 inches. We're at 48 and 7/8. 48 and 7/8. 26 and 9/16. And 49 and 3/8 inches. Bring it back 1 foot. Machine is pretty stable when he's lifting the weights. It looks like it's locked pretty good on the suspension. So bring it back. Be able to bring the weight back. Machine's starting to recover a little bit slightly. Slightly more. Slightly more. And it recovers on its own. So we took, what is that, 5 and 8. We got about 14,000 pounds there.
Okay.
And we took it out to almost 22 feet
Okay.
before the alarms went off.
Okay.
And then we brought it back in and recovered. And I wanted to see how much dip. We went from 50.5 inches down to 48 and 7/8 inches. So that's a little over 2 inches of crush on the front before the alarms went off.
Okay.
Which I think is where you guys wanted to have it set, but we're probably going to tip if we, we're definitely going to tip if we go over the side.
Right.
We'll have one wheel come off the ground.
Right.
So the question is I'm going to take it now, put him on pad. I'm going to have him swing the load over the side, and we'll do the same thing. We started at 15 feet, and we'll start working our way out. We took every 1 foot increment I measured, and so we got it captured on video, hopefully, me recording and doing, so we can actually chart it to see what it's doing.
Okay.
So pick it on tracks, put it 90. So you can see we're almost tipping just on tracks. And you can see we're off the ground back there. Why'd you get the heaviest pallet? Take the weight down. so I can get a good measurement. And measured off the same spot. We're at 18 feet. You gotta go 3 feet in. Okay, we're at 15 feet 6. We're at 15.6. You got 6 inches to go that way. You missed it by 3/4 of an inch. You're okay. All right, so put it down and go up on high rail. You might want to do it manually this time. Let me get the measurements. Going off of the exact same points. This time with the boom over this side, we're at 50 3/8. 28 1/2. And we're at 50 3/8 inches again there. Let me get the bolt measurement center to center. 6 1/4. Six and a quarter inches. Okay, so let's do the first lift. Okay. So over a side lift, 47 inches, 47 inches. 6 3/4. From side to side, you got 27 1/8. 28 3/8. Lift it again. I want to get the pin measurement. Oh! Two and a half inches.